bad selector.
Gregory Fabulous.
The TheDreadUkProduction YouTube channel. Real talk and real music right here.
Real Talk Wednesday.
Real talk.
An hour a day with the Dread UK, Monday to Friday. On Monday,
Reggae Traffic,
on Tuesday,
Retro and Revival,
on Wednesday,
Real Talk.
on Thursday,
Promote the thing.
on Friday.
Feel Good Friday.
The TheDreadUkProduction YouTube channel. Real talk and real music right here.
Jackson, come work this thing. We want to listen to Gregory Fabulous right now.
But this is Tasha T representing for Gregory Fabulous. We never cantangle us. So keep it locked and don't touch that dial.
Real Talk Wednesday.
Hey, welcome, all of my viewers and subscribers for another edition of Real Talk right here on a Wednesday, the 12th of July. You don't know, sir, so the thing said. So you don't know, sir, today's topic is about the price of fame. The price of fame. So I want you to meditate on that as a moment. So I'm just going to play a tune as we get into the logistics of the show. Large up to each and everyone. Large up to all of my viewers and subscribers. Not yet subscribed yet, do hit that subscribe button. Large up to all of my new subscribers. Welcome aboard round here. It's yours truly, Gregory Fabulous, in the chair. So we're just going to wait for more people to gather around until we get into the today's topic. The price of fame.
Like to go into a thing called Ain't No New Thing. Based on the fact that white people continue to rip off black artists, continue to material, their styles, very cultural elements to make the black artist the standing master he has been. And it ain't no new thing. Tell the truth. Things are going on. We point out very expressly the fact that Stanley Crouch comments on his album Ain't No Ambulances for Niggas Tonight that Chuck Berry was doing like a very heavy thing, very heavy rock and roll, being a rock back. But like white people couldn't dig having their daughters go to no shows and scream over no black man wiggling on stage. So consequently, they invented Elvis Presley and let him do it. So we want to get into that, call it Ain't No New Thing, and talk about some people. Cultural rape and no geographical boundaries on white hate, and bizarre, scarcely concealed attempts to eliminate black generators of sun heat feeling. Ain't no new thing to see demon fangs curling out from under squeezed tight, too thin lips and leaping at jugular veins in burning black throats that either blow or sing or cry or scream. Ain't no new thing to see the bubbling envy flashing from the depths of soulless eyes as still another link with God is created. We used to having white people try to rob us. Why don't they try stealing some of this poverty? Ain't no new thing. Anything they can't understand, they try to destroy. Anything they can't understand, they try to control. In 1896, black men picked up brass instruments and began to evoke and conjure, entice and struggle with black spirits, rhythmic spirits of blues, work songs, gospel songs, freedom songs, and songs of love of Mother Night. Screaming rhythm, juju, rhythm, voodoo, rhythm, black magic.
Welcome inside the building, Niga's hi-fi song.
Peace and peace of mind, calling back to Genesis, calling back to the drum, calling back to the drum, calling back to the first song chant that original man created. In 1896, this new spasm was called ass, but the ass would not be kicked. So it was copied in an attempt to control it, and then it was called jazz. We used to having black innovators copied and sent back to us. What about the Osmond brothers? What about Elvis Presley? What about Tom Jones? We used to having people try to rob us. It ain't no new thing. They use the media to project their jazz idols. Tommy Dorsey and Jimmy Dorsey and Harry James and Benny Goodman, and I suppose someday Lawrence Welk will join that elite group. And then there was sweet Bessie Smith laying on the blood-soaked backseat of that broken-down jalopy with a tattered quilt wrapped around her shoulders, waiting for someone to come to her aid on a rainy Mississippi night, while a white hospital will not accept her right across the street. Ain't no new thing. Fats Navarro screaming through tormenting dreams, frustration ripping at his mind and bowels, over 100 pounds melted.
Welcome into Paul Plaza.
A mountain ain't no new thing. Cultural rape and no geographical boundaries on white hate hide black musicians away in funky smoke-filled nightclubs, the chitlin' circuit. Saturate their worlds with two-bit punks, washed-out baggy-faced white whores, weasel-faced yellow-skinned junkies, and cutthroat white managers, producers, agents, owners, and on and on and on. We used to having white people try to rob us. Ain't no new thing. We have dug his game. Charlie Parker will live on. John Coltrane will live on. Eric Dolphy will live on. Billie Holiday will live on. Jimi Hendrix and Clifford Brown and Lee Morgan will live on, and on in the sunshine of their accomplishments, the glory of the dimensions that they added to our lives. We declare war on Eric Burden. We discredit the talents of Janis Joplin and Rare Earth. We urge that the next Blue-Eyed Soul group include Melvin Laird, Lyndon Johnson, Nixon, and Spearhead Agnew, and be called As the Stomach Turns. We urge that the album John
Real
Wayne Sings
Talk
the Blues be
Wednesday.
Release the album J. Edgar Hoover sings James Brown. Release the album Wallace and Maddox sing Sam and Dave. Why not? We hear Tony the Tiger saying, right on, Tiger. We heard Nixon talking about power to the people. It ain't no new thing. 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 America is always the same old shit.
Oh, well, he's keeping it real there. That's Gil Scott Heron there, the late Gil Scott Heron. You don't know, sir. So the thing set, man. Them man, they was realist. So you don't know, sir. It's fitting in with today's theme, the price of fame. Now, I'm seeing a lot of it going around on a bigger level and on a smaller level, and it's infecting all around us now. Yeah, what people are doing for the price of fame. Now, I got a clip of a big rapper exposing some of the things that goes on in Hollywood. Yeah? So we're going to take in what's going on there. As you might have seen some of them clips there about, but we've got our opinion on it, so you don't know, so it's all about talk. We're going to have our opinion on some of these things, what's happening. And it's, you know, it's spreading far and wide, as you know, you hear me talking about the agenda, yeah, and people selling them soul for the price of fame. Yeah, I tell you, you know, it's real, brothers and sisters. Real. So I'm gonna show you a clip, yeah, of a rapper, Ice Cube. I don't know, say the last couple of weeks he's talking up some. You know what I mean? It's people take a listen to Wagwan, 'cause these are the things. Because you have to look on some of the people them who's getting big, especially us as black man, you know. Yeah, especially when it comes to when they go to Hollywood and this and that. Half of them man there, if they don't wear a skirt or act the fool, then their career don't go nowhere. Yeah, you have to look on it, or they get deemed as madman, or if they don't comply to certain things what they needed you to comply with, especially in the last couple of years. I mean, when they was going mad over who take up this thing here and who take up this thing here. That's it. So I'm gonna show you a clip, and then we'll get into some of those things. In don't know, say, like with press the play button. So take a listen to this interview. Yeah, it's quite interesting.
But if you follow the money, you go high enough, you start to see, okay, you know, this is an industry. Same people who own the labels own the prisons.
And a lot of you listening to me right here, right now,
you're not part of the club either. And that's cool. We can do it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We're still on the rise without these. We don't need them.
Ice Cube just exposed Hollywood elites for satanic rituals. This is what he had to say in the video that has now been taken down, blocked from every social media.
In light of recent events, I feel compelled to use this platform to share what's been happening behind the scenes, something I've been hesitant to talk about. I want to expose what is truly going on in Hollywood, to shed light on what many have been whispering about, but few have dared to say out loud. It's about time that you, my fans, get to hear the unfiltered truth. Many elites in this industry are involved in some shocking activities, practices that have roots in what can only be described as satanic rituals. I know it's a heavy thing to digest and many might dismiss it outright, but I assure you these things are happening. We see cries for help, even in a seemingly casual Instagram live. You gotta look beneath the surface. As fans, as consumers of media, you need to be aware of this reality. Our fight isn't just against exploitation and discrimination anymore, it's far more complex. I urge you to remain critical, to question everything, and most importantly, to stand by the truth, no matter how unsettling it may be.
Ice Cube has ultimately clarified the real reason behind his ban from Hollywood movie making. He asserts that the industry's gatekeepers leveraged his unvaccinated status as a pretext to remove him from the projects he was involved in. Ice Cube recently shared on Joe Rogan's podcast how he rejected a movie role worth $9 million due to his unvaccinated status. During the interview, he highlighted that major Hollywood production houses have made vaccination a mandatory requirement for actors. He had a significant monetary offer on the table for the role, yet he made the decision not to proceed with vaccination. Ice Cube alleged that suddenly every Hollywood producer had issued a mandate stating that those unvaccinated, including actors and studio staff, would not be allowed to work. He inferred this must have been a directive from the studios, given that producers have differing views. Some of these producers, despite their Ice Cube, asserting that without vaccination, his presence in the movie would not be permitted. Despite being unvaccinated, Ice Cube was unperturbed by the subsequent lack of work. What surprised him, however, was the emergence of news stories explaining his absence from the silver screen. He stated, "I hadn't publicized this situation, I hadn't announced my vaccination status or dissuaded others from being vaccinated, nor did I attribute my exit from the movie to my decision to remain unvaccinated. Yet somehow the news got out. Perhaps the Hollywood Reporter or another media outlet leaked the story. It's odd that in laws protecting medical privacy, his vaccination status had been broadcast and so he speculated that someone within Hollywood had informed the press, as neither he nor disclosed this information. The Hollywood Reporter and other significant news outlets made his vaccination status and consequential loss of movie role public knowledge. They were accused by Ice Cube of releasing his private medical records without consent. Reports spread about his exit from Sony's upcoming comedy Oh Hell No, where he was supposed to co-star with Jack Black due to a vaccination requirement from the producers. With Black's injury during a filming of Conan's final episode leading to a delayed production start and Ice Cube's departure, the studio was left scrambling for a replacement. While he refused the vaccine, Ice Cube had been active in promoting pandemic-related safety measures. He was recognized by a college in Oklahoma for donating 2,000 face masks as PPE. In April 2020, during the COVID-19 lockdowns, he launched Check Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself, branded t-shirts featuring him wearing a mask. The sales proceeds were directed towards aiding frontline health workers. Ice Cube noted attempts to pressure him into getting vaccinated were fruitless. They tried to publicize my personal affairs, apply pressure on me, people around me telling me how foolish I was, urging me to get vaccinated so I could partake in the movie. No matter the amount, even $20 million, it was never going to happen. Joe Rogan, the podcast host, expressed his full support for Ice Cube's stance, suggesting that health couldn't be traded for money and addressing the concerns about forced vaccinations. In a previous episode of the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, Ice Cube affirmed that his refusal to receive the COVID-19 vaccine had cost him a $9 million acting role. He declared, I turned down a movie because I didn't want to submit to the jab, thereby confirming circulating reports. Further expressed his frustration with the pressures he was to get vaccinated, stating, I rejected a $9 million offer. I didn't want the jab. It's not right to pressure me into getting it. I'm uncertain of my standing in Hollywood now. When one of the podcast hosts proposed that Ice Cube could pivot from Hollywood to streaming platforms, he responded, That's what Hollywood thinks. They're on their own agenda, but I have my plans too. Probed about the possibility of leaving Hollywood to pursue independent productions, Ice Cube hinted at having numerous projects in the pipeline. He said he was indeed considering it and was actively working towards it. In a past episode of Hotboxing with Mike Tyson, Ice Cube had an in-depth conversation with Mike Tyson covering a range of topics, including his ban from Hollywood. When Tyson's co-host Matt Barnes inquired about Ice Cube's forthcoming film projects, the rapper said, I'm always working on something, right now I didn't get vaccinated. So, Ice Cube had also previously made an appearance on Mike Tyson's Hotboxing with Mike Tyson podcast. During the episode, they discussed a variety of topics, one of which was his ban from Hollywood. Ice Cube stated, Hollywood for a time chose not to work with me because of that, his vaccination status. In the podcast, he touched upon his admiration for Tyson, considering him nothing less than a superhero. He also discussed his collaborative project, Mount Westmore, with other rap icons like Snoop Dogg, Too Short, and E40. Ice Cube then shared his future plans with Tyson, criticizing Hollywood for their reluctance to work with him due to his vaccination status. He optimistically added, Perhaps they'll regain their sensibilities. Regardless, we're concurrently working on numerous independent projects. As Ice Cube unraveled why he felt ostracized and gatekept by Hollywood, he also released a video expressing that he wasn't a part of the privileged Hollywood elite club, much to the industry's disdain. He recounted the difficulties he had faced due to this exclusion and his decision to remain. Ice Cube went on an extensive discourse about his alienation from the elites and gatekeepers of the entertainment and sports industry. He emphasized his intentional decision to stay independent. He irritates insiders because this is the common path. Ice Cube felt that certain groups were obstructing his work due to his stance and his refusal to join the mainstream Hollywood circle. He declared, however, that he was determined to overcome any hurdles thrown his way. Ice Cube also discussed his co-founded Big Three basketball league with entertainment executive Jeff Quatnetz, which he believes was not receiving attention in mainstream media due to his standing in Hollywood. He also speculated that his contract with Black America, which urges the NFL to redirect more business towards black companies in various sectors, could be another reason for the dismissal of his basketball league. Planning a comprehensive podcast tour to discuss these issues, Ice Cube mentioned his discontent with the gatekeepers who have been ignoring his Big Three basketball league ever since he launched his contract with Black America ahead of the 2020 presidential election. Previously, Ice Cube had advocated for Hollywood studios to produce some form of reparations to address the long-standing maltreatment of black artists in the entertainment industry. To address police brutality in the U.S. and attempt to dismantle broader systemic racism, Ice Cube penned a document titled A Contract with Black America. In a conversation on The Breakfast Club, Ice Cube discussed numerous aspects addressed in the contract. When host Angela Yee brought up Hollywood representation, he expressed his belief that Hollywood has wronged the black community for years. He suggested that studios willing to rectify this should finance black-run studios, enabling them to narrate their stories without interference from the traditional Hollywood system. Undoubtedly, Ice Cube's actions were courageous, and he has already asserted that his contract with Black America has had detrimental effects on his career and his Big Three basketball league. When he detailed the contents of the penned contract, he contended that Hollywood studios have perpetuated the misrepresentation and exploitation of black narratives and their history for over a century, often attributing it to white characters rather than handing these rights to black individuals themselves. Ice Cube proposed that these well-known studios should financially support a studio run exclusively by black individuals, free from external influences, and where the creative works are owned by the black artists, directors, writers, and the team that bring the projects to. He also proposed a regular contribution as compensation for the harm inflicted upon the black community over the years. Ice Cube clarified that his proposal did not seek segregation in the entertainment industry. He envisaged black artists continuing to collaborate with major studios like MGM, Warner Brothers, and Universal. He mentioned that many of his colleagues had projects they couldn't push forward because some white individuals didn't understand their creative. He believed dedicated space for black creative was beneficial. Furthermore, Ice Cube emphasized that Hollywood needs to compensate for the harm it has caused to black people arguing that negative media portrayal has contributed to police brutality. He argued that the way law enforcement treats black people is a learned behavior from TV shows like NYPD. Ice Cube's straightforwardness, his refusal to be part of Hollywood, and his decision not to get vaccinated might be among the many reasons for alleged exclusion from Hollywood projects. One fan remarked, "All companies and hospitals that fired people for the illegal COVID vaccine and those who were injured by said mandates should sue them all." Ice Cube banned from Hollywood for not getting vaxxed, followed by another comment, "What's up with Ice Cube saga? So what do you think about Hollywood's supposed gatekeeping of Ice Cube? Could it be because he refuses to conform, or is there a deeper secret they're trying to hide?"
Well, that's the question, isn't it? That's the real question right there.
Share your thoughts in the
Tell you, that's the question. Yeah? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. Yeah? Something hiding there, innit? Yeah, that's a little bit strange. Tell you, you know? Yep. So you don't know, say, you see, this whole thing is like a corrupting thing from a big way. So you see, that's on the rap thing, and they're making whole heap of money. See, a man can turn down 9 million, yeah, because he never take the joke. You know, see it? Now watch this, yeah? Let's fast forward to the same sort of period of time over here, sir. And a set of ones and ones over here, sir. Yeah? In the music business, all enough of them brass, them thing there. And this and that. All of them run go deep, right? Because they say, oh, I need to go on tour. And they weren't making 9 million. So you see all them soul get sell out for cheaper than that. Imagine that. Look at that. Yo, it's real. It's real. It's real. Yeah? Not no plaything at all. It's like, boy, yo, like, what's going on? What a guan people. Now come take a look at really what guan. Hey, Michelle, welcome to the building. Yeah, you don't know, say, that's the sort of thing what's going on in them sort of high places. So you see, you can see what's attracting our youths into this destruction here. You know? You look on the whole of the players that's involved in it. No, a man can sing some tune and he's singing, oh, truths and rights are a nice little happy tune and this and that. Nobody don't even look on that, you know. And I see it. The minute that MC, singer, or whoever performer sit down there and start peddle the destruction on what's going on, yo, you're gonna see how much views they got. So I'm wondering, is it the people's fault or is it this? Or why is it that the people tends to want to support that? Or is that what's just pushed in front of them and they don't see anything else? I have to wonder. These are the things here, the price of fame. No? Gabby B. Hilton, welcome to the place. So, you know, the price of fame. The price of fame. It's a big one still, you know, because you can see what's attracting our youth to go that way there. You know, if you see somebody who's like, you know, got the most tattoos and looks the most like, you know, how could I say it? They look intimidating, if you like. Yeah? And then and that's part of their act. They look demonized. And this, all of this business here, it comes, yeah, man, it's a serious bit of sellouts going on. It's all going on close to home as well. Like I'm saying, you know, me did them wrongs, they look a circuit where them not saying them are the roots and culture and this and that. You know what I mean? Me them amongst it. Yeah? And I have to wonder sometimes, is what really is taking place around here? You know? I have to wonder where really I take place. Because it seems like a battle against, is against the truth. The truth now isn't winning for some reason. It's not winning for some reason. I don't understand. You know? People can't talk out with things as blatant in front of you. You know what I mean? I tell you, I don't see Jamie Foxx out there. And now he's missing. He's missing. I tell you, it's a serious, serious thing. The price of fame. I tell you, there's a whole heap of selling out going on. There's a whole heap of selling out going on. And it's rife. All in our little thing you see like now, you know, LGBT. Like even with that, this LGBT thing and stuff. I mean, like, really and truly, all right, we did always hear about people want to transition and something, blah, blah. But it wasn't as pushed as the narrative is pushed now. Yeah? And you know what? There's a lot of the people's to blame for it as well, you know. Other people them for blame. Because you see, I could see the door where they came in and then their agenda is like on top. You know what I mean? All right, let's go straight with it now. When I see when them have America election and them thing there. Yeah? And them say Donald Trump lose. Used to see a whole heap of people on social media. Pack your shit up, Donald. Pack your shit up, Donald. Wah, 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 wah. Now all them people who put that on their social media, I wonder if you ask yourself, yeah? Just kind of ask yourself. Is the world better for them moves there, what you was dealing with them time there? Is the world a better place right now? Look at the whole thing. Yeah? Tell you how the LGBT get in through the back of George Floyd. Yeah? But police has been killing off black people from long time. But them get in through the back of George Floyd because you see when they was all protesting about, Black Lives Matter. It wasn't Black Lives Matter. It was about LGBT because it was pure rainbows I used to see in them protests there. I don't even remember see any black people, and then any black people you used to see in there, them mask up, them have them bottom tear out of them trousers. As a girl, them head ball off and I go on, oh yes, LGBT, and I wave all a rainbow flag. Nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. And then when they got the funding, then built LGBT Center. So there you go. So you see, right now, them get rise up strong. Till now, they're in the schools. Yeah? Taking over everywhere. Taking over everywhere. May I tell you? Excuse me, sneeze on the truth. But yo, taking over everywhere. Yeah, man. I'm gonna find a clip now, and some elder noticed it. Yeah, but they are taking over everywhere. Look at now. Look at our sound systems now. They're all playing in events and entertaining them people here now. And it's okay. Them can go in there and say, oh, Rasta. Well, Rasta's never been a part of that. Never have done. Never has been. And even a lot of people is getting this whole thing with Rasta mix up. Yeah? Some take it in a churchy way. Some take it in a this kind of way. And forget about what it was where it was about the liberation of I and I people. And a liberty. Yeah. Me know say true the item see Bob Marley and them thing they know. Yeah, and he get famous as a famous Rasta singing reggae music. It inspire a lot of people to natty up them head, but them never realize a war go on. Cause them turn into reggae Rasta, innit? And now them start sing some lyrics which them don't actually mean it, because they're not singing about the liberty. They're not singing about them liberty. They're not talking about what they're seeing. They kind of get quiet because they need to get signed. You know? They need to get discovered. The price of fame. You know what I mean? All kind of something will take place, man. May I tell you, it's in a shambles right now. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's a shambles right now. Yeah? With the kind of something what really is taking place. You know? It's terrible. Because I don't actually understand how it's done like that and it's just going through. Well, I do understand what it is. Just money, innit? Greed. Money. Them things say, oh, the thing can't run. We can't look and run our own thing. Yeah? You might always have to depend upon somebody if it do something. You know what I mean? For them. For them sit down there and feel say I saw this thing go. It's like weird. I said enough for them. I said rest in peace, you know, the Adrian nearest Joseph, you know. Yeah. Guy was one of them man them you know from Junction and them thing there. Just find this footage, you know. Yeah? And it's an announcement where man are gonna make straight. And him are gonna put it straight. It's an elder, you know. In the Rasta thing. And yeah, I'm gonna call in Jaboni, you know, for go talk a thing, you know. Cause the people have to go see these things. Yeah? Cause it's like now we're catering for them thing there. No, when? When was it okay to do that? Yeah, it was never okay to do that. You know? It was never, ever okay for that mixture. Yeah? Not in my lifetime. Yeah? Never known anything to be on that level there. It's craziness. Yeah? It's craziness. Yeah? We don't do that in our community. That's not my liberty. That is certainly not my liberty. And I'm going to tell you, see? Hear this. This is one event what they're talking about, yeah? And let me tell you, yeah? It's a hijacking of Rasta thing. Hijacking. You see me I deal with? Yeah. You know see how them color the leaflet? Ike Skull and green and put out Selassie and Empress Melon on the flyer. Yeah. Some funny business. Yeah. Some funny business. Anyway, I gotta make Jaboni elder explain, you know. Cause him can tell you it how him go. Yeah? I make the elder them tell you know. Alright.
That I would have lived to see this today. I would have never believed them. Look what they are saying today. Rastafari Global Reason tribute to Rastafari matriarch and patriarch. 13th of July 2023 to 14th of July 2023. This is to pay salutation to Professor Roy Ajir, Rex Nadaford, and Barry Shivers. All Bocat. The Rasta is now paying tribute.
Enough of them go a New York and Miami go bow and come back, say them a bad boy, you know. Yo, enough of them go Canada, England go bow and come back, say them a bad man. When them a batty man, them go a New York and Miami go bow and come back, say them a bad boy, you know.
Yes, welcome to the building, Andrew Dawes, a long time people, you know.
Say them a bad man, when them a batty man. Steve used to par with Barry, used to shot enough people, and no sorry. Murder now hearing there. GPR, freaky, a par with nasty man Larry. Couldn't believe, say bad man Fred. Me here in the prison and I wash man head. A flat man here, I just a peanut a head. Murder now a long time, them pussy they feeded. Yeah, enough of them go a New York and Miami go and come back, say them a bad boy, you know. Yo, enough of them go Canada.
All right, Bean Man. My little Utah drinks. Papa Soldier and Vanguard. Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, world. This is the Rastafari International Ambassador.
David Roberts, welcome to the Real Talk today. Big up yourself.
I'm going to report to you that LGBTQ has taken over Rastafari globally. Dave.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I hear them judgment, they're massive. And this is why, yeah, why all heap of things are going on in our earth, you know. Me just pause him a second there, so when him go say that, him say, LGBT has taken over Rastafari globally. In this statement, they are judgment, you know. That's why me burn out certain sound system when them gone on them LGBT stage. Pick up a farm for them people, yeah. Remember I tell you, a judgment, man. Anyway, we listen what go on here.
Rastafari now paying tribute LGBT professor. Okay? LGBTQ as Rasta. From the grave. So them they even do it amongst us. Now, how did I come up with this? This broadcast is dedicated to Ital Steam Chalice and Ras Jekai, funny guy. Others, them dogs, who have took it upon themselves to pay salutation. Professor Rex, Professor Roy Ajir, Rex Nadaford, Barry Shep. I must point out, was these professor who put Rastafari in reverse since the 90s. Now, before we go into my program, last week, this little guy, Ras Drekai, come on the program and him piss up the whole man. And I was always wondering why there's...
His old man is multiple planner, yeah? Just to make it known, yeah? Welcome, Mandy, to the building.
National Ambassador. I also noticed that there's a generation of Rasta in my age as Baruka and Mars and all. Gone silent. And all these Rastaman know I, so I was wondering why they gone silent. But then I realized that there's another generation of that struggle comes wide. I point out to you all that I came to Jamaica 2001, or for that, and when I went and looked for the old man point out to I, honey, dumb man in the society, like back. I point out to you all that old man point out to me that Capleton had put fire hard upon him. I heard this serve down up a team. One of my good brethren, now the seas of Chronicle, guys, Abby, took counsel, and down. Only to rise up again the national from Capleton. I point out to you all, because I'm starting to keep it real now. Keep it real. I point out to you and say, stand down with Jamaica, with Capleton. The next time I fly here in England, I rise up. Now after I'm finishing show, I talk to someone who can know who not dealing with car. Drake, me want you to understand who the fuck, who you playing with. I tell you, say me and the Bible Rasta. Yeah, so ask Capleton. After I put the fire burn for my father and him come a London, yeah. 3 space schools a man carry him come from my ends. And when them come out, guns drawn. Every man gun in hand, round Capleton. Yeah. And when I go and point out to Capleton who I was, I make him know, say, all these guns that him surround him is my gun, them are take him back. Hold you all. When him tell him driver for drive. Right, rear view mirror, left on my foot. I tell no lie now. Go back to Jamaica. Go look for Bongo Herman. Come back to London here with Bongo Herman. And at the hotel, send Skelarch from Carlisle. I want a conference. And I return the message to him and let him know. In place where him left me the night, I'm still there. Come back and see me there. From that, then went back to Jamaica, did the song. Want to know the Rastaman harder? One check Marty my planner. That's when old man becomes a vice again. Some of us want Drake know who you play with. We don't eat rice when it's hot. And you know come pan to work for me see you. But now we see you eventually. And your tune will change. I will know if it change boy tune on here. Remember we name what we name now. And we don't kill it. That's not kill it. But I say make it tune. Heck, after I'm done talk to you, that says live. Anyway, this one named Ital Chalice now. I say, is the main sponsor a global they call it a global reasoning. Rastafari global reasoning. Him now and him friend, Mother High, and Mother Sister, decide that the theme of their program, July 30 and July 4th. So, pay salutation to our system dog, including the LGBT alphabet. Now, at some stage, JKI Ras Itals to reach out to High. And I reach out to him. I want the public see where I go on now with them Rasta boy, I know. Rasta boy, me I call them boy, call them.
Yeah, Andrew.
Intellectual.
Me like that one there. They would talk the truth out of the truth.
In the fountain
Me see you, me hear you, me feeling that one there.
Why? I tell you.
True talk, you know.
And Ras Drekai, all of them fight down where elder them lay down. However, them don't have nothing new. They want to put themselves now as the new tricksters. That's what they are. So when Ital's true or Ital Chalice,
I pay a double agent them there, you know.
First thing him do with that was a big mistake.
That's why you have to look from certain people around you, and if they will work their way there, if they take up certain things, then you have to look for them different, you know.
A strong black system.
And sell them own and soul, so they will sell you out fast too.
When him tell I say him have all these black strong systems behind him, string behind him, one of me is kind of start tickle me because I wonder what I talk about. We don't know about strong black woman that going to lead Rasta, alright? So, you see him start drop some names and him put on a pre-conference with I. And when me coming at the conference, I realize say all these sistrings that he's talking about is sistering where I already deal with years ago, 20, 40, 30 years ago. I deal with these things. Only to see that these sistering rebrand themselves, repackage themselves, and come now talking to some baby Rasta. Yeah, call them look a boy, I tell Chalice and Ras Drake is babies, not this thing. So these sistrings are able to run ring around them. Look, but they can't run no ring round the bee. None of them old girl there. Yeah, when you are itch up on that, like your mama, can't run no ring round the bee. You have one of them called Catherine Howell. They could nasty mouth woman. Where I don't know which white man she ever wrap up with and got me mixed up with that. And then she ever syndicator Tegereg. Yeah, Tegereg. A set of Rasta Tegereg. They come now and antagonize the movement with a whole heap of white philosophy and white ideas, a push pan I and I. But that is not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about this boy Ital Chalice and the boy Drake High. Now, I'm on sistering when him Sister Messianic High. A sistering where I'm on know for over 40 years. She said I today the Global Reasoning Program. And this program supposed to take place on July 13 on 14 at UWI. Now, I find this program very disturbing because the program, yeah, showing it because the program, this is the program. And the program, tribute to Rastafari, Matrix, and Pig. But I say tribute to Rastafari system dogs. And it went on to say salutation to Professor Rai Ajer, Rex Nadaford, and Barry Chavez. 3 known open LGBTQ men. Now, when I question why pay tribute to these men, this boy now I touch when call himself Chalice. Same come tell I now, research show they were the link to the 1983 RITA and the 2003 Rastafari Global Reasoning. These were the professors that pull the strings. So strings for these conferences to keep at the space like the UWI. What these professors gave Mortimer Planner, resident at UWI, owner, as well, where Planner offer a new faculty of thinking, which eventually created a Rastafari study at UWI.
Yeah, you don't know, say, yo, may I tell you, we're going to leave it there right now, because you don't know, say, yo, you get the gist of it anyway. You don't know, say, it's a whole heap of things. You see how far back they are in I thing. And this is the thing what we're talking about. This is how deeply embedded these people are in. Can you ever imagine? Look at like on last week on Real Talk, I was talking about the vice president of the leader of the free world. Yeah, man, Kamala Harris, going over to Africa. And she didn't even go over to Africa to talk about the debt, what they shouldn't be in, or poverty, what they find themselves in, even though the world is using them for their resources and stuff. Yeah, none of that sort of talk was going on. The talk was to push LGBT. Now, that's what's ridiculous, Star. You see me? So you see how high up this thing comes from. Yeah? The vice president of the leader of the free world, black woman as well there. She got voted in there and used the race card to get where she needs to do. And that's how that whole movement used the race card to get in. They used the word discrimination. Yeah? And there's one fundamental difference with the discrimination, what we was talking about as black people to what they're talking about. Yeah? They sit down there and successfully believe or convinced a whole set of people that they was born that way. Yeah? When us with our sane brain, well, you know, maybe you might believe all of that, but I don't believe that none at all. Yeah? I don't. Maybe if you believe that, leave your comments in the comment section. Tell me that I'm wrong. Yeah? Biology is not wrong there, sir. Yeah? Male are male and female are female. You start mucking about with that now, you're in a very grey area. Yeah, it's